This is Ggn News Focus. This segment focuses on stories about Gwangju and Jeonnam that are useful to know in your daily life.
Ggn 뉴스 포커스에서는 일상생활에서 알아두면 좋은 지역 뉴스에 대해 알려드립니다.
Gwangju Mayor discusses military airport relocation with Prime Minister.
강기정 광주시장이 국무총리와 만나 군공항 범정부 협의체를 요청했습니다.
On November 21st, Gwangju Mayor Gangi-jung met with Prime Minister Han Dok-soo at the government complex in Sejong to request the resumption of the Intergovernmental Consultative Body for the integrated relocation of Gwangju's civilian and military airports. The consultative body, led by the Office for Government Policy Coordination, had been established to address the relocation, but has been inactive since May 2021. This meeting follows Mayor Kang's delivery of a formal letter to the Prime Minister on October 29, urging the government to take a leading role in the airport's integrated relocation efforts. Prime Minister Han expressed his strong interest in the issue, particularly in developing Muan International Airport into a key gateway for the southwest region. He assured that the government would carefully review the request and devise practical solutions to support the initiative.
강기정 광주시장이 21일 정부 세종청사에서 한덕수 국무총리와 만나 광주 민군공항 통합 이전을 위한 범정부 협의체 운영 재개를 요청했습니다. 민군공항 통합 이전을 위해 꾸려진 국무조정실 주관 광주 군공항 이전 범정부 협의체는 지난 2021년 5월 이후 운영이 중단된 상황입니다. 이번 면담은 국무총리에게 지난달 29일 민군공항 통합 이전과 관련 정부의 주도적 역할을 요청한 친서 전달에 이은 후속 조치입니다. 한덕수 총리는 무안국제공항을 서남권 관문공항으로 육성하기 위한 민군공항 통합 이전 현안에 각별한 관심을 표한다며 건의사항을 면밀하게 검토해 실질적인 도움이 될 방안을 강구하겠다고 화답했습니다.
Hanam regions collaborate to develop joint tourism products.
광주, 전남, 전북이 관광상품 공동개발에 나섭니다.
The cities and provinces of Gwangju South Jeolla and North Jeolla have joined forces to create joint tourism products for the Hanam region. On November 21st, the city of Gwangju announced that the three regions had agreed to co-develop and promote tourism products through the 2025 Hanam Region Tourism Expo. The collaboration will focus on introducing the region's attractions to travel agencies based in the Seoul metropolitan area, highlighting iconic tourist destinations, festivals, and recommended travel courses. The initiative aims to showcase the diverse appeal of the Hanam region. Additionally, the three regions plan to develop large-scale tourism products linked to Muan International Airport and jointly promote the 2025 Hanam Tourism and Culture Week.
광주, 전남, 전북 등 3개 시도가 호남권 관광상품 공동개발에 나섭니다. 광주시는 전남북도와 2025 호남권 관광설명회를 열고 각 지역의 관광상품을 개발해 공동 홍보하기로 의견을 모았다고 21일 밝혔습니다. 3개 시도는 수도권 지역의 여행사를 대상으로 지역의 대표 관광지인 무등산, 양림역사 근대문화마을, 김치축제, 광주 비엔날레 등 호남권의 매력적인 관광자원과 대표 축제, 추천 코스를 소개합니다. 3개 시도는 무안국제공항을 연계한 광역 관광상품 개발과 2025년 호남권 관광문화 주간도 공동 추진할 계획입니다.
South Jeolla's Unified Medical School Basic Plan to be submitted to government.
전남 통합 의대 기본 계획이 22일 정부에 공식 제출될 예정입니다.
Mokpo National University and Suncheon National University, which agreed to integrate efforts, have taken their first administrative steps toward establishing a national unified medical school in South Jeolla Province. According to the province on the 21 state, Mokpo National University and Suncheon National University held a working-level meeting the previous day to finalize and submit the basic plan for the Unified Medical School to the commissioned agency. The province plans to submit the basic plan to the Office of the President, the Prime Minister's Office, the Ministry of Education, and the Ministry of Health and Welfare today, advocating for the establishment of a unified medical school rather than selecting a single university.
통합에 합의한 목포대와 순천대가 전남 지역 국립통합의과대학 설립을 위한 기본 계획서를 함께 작성하는 등 본격적인 행정 절차에 돌입했습니다. 21일 전남도 등에 따르면 목포대와 순천대는 전날 실무협의회를 갖고 통합의대 기본 계획서를 작성해 용역기관에 제출했습니다. 전남도는 22일 기본 계획서를 대통령실과 국무총리실, 교육부, 보건복지부 등에 보내 어느 한 대학이 아닌 통합의대를 추천할 계획입니다.
Kia Tigers to hold victory parade, celebrating 12th Korean Series title.
기아 타이거즈가 30일 12번째 우승을 축하하는 카퍼레이드를 엽니다.
The Kia Tigers, winners of their 12th Korean Series championship, will hold a grand victory parade in Gwangju. The city of Gwangju announced that the celebratory parade will take place on October 30th at 2 p.m. The parade will cover a 1.2-kilometer route, beginning at Gumnamno Olga Station and passing through Gumnamno Park and Jeonyeol Building before concluding at the May 18 Democracy Square. Kia Tigers manager Lee Bum-ho and the players will ride through the city on a double-decker bus, offering their gratitude to fans who supported them throughout the season. Upon reaching the final destination, the May 18 Democracy Square, a celebratory event will be held to honor the team's victory.
프로야구 기아 타이거즈의 12번째 한국 시리즈 우승을 축하하는 카퍼레이드가 펼쳐집니다. 광주시는 오는 30일 오후 2시 동구 금남로가역부터 5.18 민주광장까지 기아 타이거즈의 한국 시리즈 우승 카퍼레이드를 개최합니다. 카퍼레이드 차량은 금남로가역을 출발해 금남로공원, 전일 빌딩을 거쳐 5.18 민주광장까지 1.2km를 행진합니다. 이범호 감독을 비롯한 선수단은 2층 버스에 타고 도심을 지나며 시민들에게 감사 인사를 전할 예정이며 도착지인 5.18 민주광장에서는 우승 축하 행사가 진행됩니다.
Gwangju FC expresses regret over budget cut for ACL elite participation.
광주FC가 아시아 챔피언스리그 엘리트 참가 지원금 삭감에 유감을 표명했습니다.
Gwangju FC has expressed regret over the Gwangju City Council's decision to cut the 1 billion won budget for the club's expenses related to their participation in the AFC Champions League Elite. Gwangju FC CEO released a statement on the 21st, expressing deep regret, stating, "The city government requested 1.067 billion won for Gwangju FC's AFC Champions League participation, but the city council has completely cut the budget." He explained that the budget request, despite the city's financial difficulties, was not solely for the benefit of the club, but to boost civic pride. "It's disappointing that the council neither shared this perspective nor chose to support us," he added. Gwangju FC officially secured their AFC Champions League spot after last year's council budget review. Since September of this year, the club has incurred 4 billion won in expenses for matches and requested 1 billion won in support from the city. However, citing procedural issues, the city council entirely rejected the proposed funding.
프로축구 광주FC가 AFC 챔피언스리그 엘리트에 참가했던 비용 10억여 원을 광주시의회가 삭감한 것에 대해 유감을 표명했습니다. 노동일 광주FC 대표는 21일 입장문을 통해 광주시가 의회의 편성을 요구한 광주FC의 대회 참가 지원금 10억 6,700만 원이 전액 삭감됐다며 매우 유감이라고 밝혔습니다. 또 노 대표는 광주시의 어려운 재정 여건에도 예산을 요청한 것은 광주FC만을 위한 게 아니라 시민 자긍심을 북돋는 일이라고 판단했기 때문이라며 공감을 하지 못한 건지 도움을 주지 않는 시의회의 결정이 안타까울 뿐이라고 전했습니다. 광주FC는 작년 시의회 예산 심의가 끝난 뒤 AFC 챔피언스리그 참가를 확정했고 올해 9월부터 치른 경기 비용 40억 원 중 10억 원을 지원해 줄 것을 광주시에 요청했습니다. 그러나 시의회는 절차상 문제를 이유로 시가 요청한 관련 비용을 전액 삭감했습니다.
I hope you enjoyed Ggn News Focus. Coming right up, Gwangju.
오매광주.
Good afternoon, culture lovers.
And welcome to 오매광주.
We are your hosts, Dave
and Lindsay.
Welcome to another edition of our show. On today, it's Friday, November 22nd.
저는 Lindsay.
저는 Dave입니다.
안녕하세요. Well, we've made it to Friday, Dave. How you doing?
I'm doing just great, Lindsay. Another week is drawing to a close.
Can you believe it? Almost the end of November now.
Yeah, definitely very chilly outside, so I can't believe it more and more every day. Winter is finally here too, Lindsay.
Yeah, but do you think we could turn on the aircon? I'm feeling a little hot in here.
Yeah, we are definitely two of the people in Gwangju that maybe rely on the aircon a bit much, as we can see on our YouTube channel.
That's right, warm-blooded.
We'll tell you a little bit more about what exactly we're talking about during the course of today's show, but first things first. If you are tuning in for the first time, Lindsay and I are here in Omekwangju. This is Ggn Special Culture Show. We air Monday to Friday from 12 until 2 p.m. And today we'll start the show off with Ride the K-Wave about everything related to Korean culture.
And after that, we're going to have two very special young guests to tell us what it was like taking the 수능 test.
And listeners, we would also love to invite you to join us. 그래서 혹시 방송 중에 저희와 공유하고 싶은 사연이나 신청곡 있으시면 언제든 문자 주시고요.
That's right. Send us your song requests and anything else you'd like into sharp 9870.
네, 샵 9870으로 문자 많이 보내주세요.
Of course, you are tuned in to Ggn, which means you're listening at 98.7 FM in Gwangju and 93.7 FM in Yeosu.
그럼 지금부터 오매광주와 함께 신나는 문화 여행을 떠나보겠습니다. 그럼 린지,
Yes, Dave.
우리 오늘의 첫 번째 곡은 뭘까요?
How about this one by the Electric Light Orchestra? It's Mr. Blue Sky.
Welcome back to 오매광주.
I hope you're ready to ride the wave. I'm talking about the K-wave.
Oh,
yes, that's
nice.
right. Not a literal wave. In the first hour of our show every day, we take you on a journey all throughout Korean culture. And today we're talking about the best places to go over the weekend. That's right. Dave and I are here with our recommendations for you to what to do on this beautiful fall weekend.
Absolutely right. And perchance any of you guys out there maybe have plans not to stay on the mainland but to fly to Jeju-do, and also perchance you don't know what you're going to do there yet.
Oh.
Well, maybe not this weekend, but over the coming weeks, we got some ideas for some suggestions for things to do in Jeju.
That's right, because now is like kind of one of the peak travel seasons, and I think a lot of people looking to go to Jeju because it's slightly warmer than the mainland, right?
Yeah.
And Jeju has a lot of fun stuff going on these days. Dave, when was the last time you went to Jeju?
I go to Jeju quite often, Lindsay. I guess I went back earlier in the summer this year, maybe June or July. It's just a hop, skip, and a jump here from Gwangju.
Dave, you read my mind.
You were gonna say
I
the
was
same
going to say
thing.
the same thing.
Very close. Takes about 40 minutes on the plane.
Yep.
Very convenient. We got the airport. I don't know who I'm telling that to. All of our listeners know that we have an
Probably
airport.
they do.
But how about you, Lindsay?
You know what? I think the last time I went was in the wintertime, but I gotta say that's one of the things I love about Jeju the most. You can go any season and it's beautiful.
Oh, yeah, absolutely right. And of course, with this time of year being the peak time of year for festival Chukdae here in Korea, Jeju is no different. We do have some festivals to tell you about. The first one I want to tell you about is not for this weekend, but it's actually going to be next weekend, Lindsay. It's going to start next weekend at least. It's called the Cheonamdan Pango Chukdae. In English, the southernmost yellowtail festival.
Ooh.
Really rolls off the tongue, doesn't it?
Love it. Southernmost Yellowtail Festival.
Yeah.
No, pango is a delicious fish.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I mean, just my personal opinion. And I know that it is also a fall and wintertime fish.
Absolutely
so...
right. It's a delicacy in the winter, Lindsay.
Ooh.
It's also considered to be a key component of Jeju's maritime culture, I think.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so
All
that's
right.
why they have this festival going on. As I said, it's going to start next weekend, running from November 28th to December 1st at the Mosulpo Port, Mosulpo Hang. Of course, that is actually the place where you'll be able to see yellowtail a lot of this time of year. This is the peak season this month, the end of the month, and actually, amongst all of the maritime-related events in Jeju, this is considered to be the biggest one. Yeah.
So fish fans out there, if you don't want to miss out on Korea's hottest fish festival, then you got to get yourself down to Jeju next weekend.
Precisely.
Tell me more about pango, because you know, if there's one thing that a lot of international residents here in Korea get confused by, it is the hundreds of types of fish.
Yeah.
So you said it's called yellowtail in English.
Yeah, to be frank, Lindsay, probably every time we talk about fish here on the show, I say the same thing. I probably would not be able to pull a yellowtail out of a police lineup.
Yeah, here's the thing.
You know what I mean?
So I have friends who will 열심히 번역하는 거, they will translate these fish names into English, and I'm like,
영어라도 잘 모르겠는데요.
still don't know what these fish
그냥
are.
방어라고 합시다.
그래요. Okay, so
네.
tell us about 방어.
I'll tell you about the bango. Yeah, this one is caught all around Korea, specifically in this winter season. So from November to February, we can get it in the East Sea, the West Sea, the South Sea, and of course around Jeju. In particular, though, in the winter, it's known for having a more rich, maybe firm texture, rich flavor, a little bit more fatty, and that makes it really perfect for hue, also for tobab as well. And another thing that I think you might like, Lindsay, as I know you're a big fan of aged raw fish.
Ooh.
The aged, fermented, let's say, bango is also a little bit divisive.
Okay.
But a lot of people love it. They say it's chewy, it's got a nice clean taste. And so if you would like to try that, then head to Jeju for that festival.
You know, it's hard to find a good fish that works well raw and also in gui, but I have had the pleasure of eating pango, and you are spot on the money
you.
when you said it's fatty and it's firm. It's really got like a gogi texture and that delicious buttery kind of texture to it.
Yeah.
All right, so if you're a pango fan, you know where you're going. But speaking of pango festival, what could there be to do at a fish festival?
Yeah, there's all sorts of different things, Lindsay, taking place at the festival. Of course, with it being a festival, there's a parade. Also, some sort of like a prayer ritual to call for an abundance of bango to be cultivated.
Cool.
All sorts of different things as well. There's going to be fireworks displays. There's going to be a photo zone, art competitions.
Whoa.
All sorts of different things, Lindsay. But that's just one festival, and I'm sure lots of our listeners maybe don't really like bango. You know, it's a bit divisive, like I said. Do you happen to have another suggestion? I know you've prepared one festival to tell us about, Lindsay.
Yeah, so moving from fish now into photo opportunities, because there is a very famous grass that has become popular here in Korea over the last couple years, particularly for its Instagrammable quality.
Okay.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
I have an idea. Could you give me a little bit more specifics? Why is this grass in particular so grammable?
Well, it's beautiful and it's pink.
Pink. Is it 혹시 핑뮬리?
맞습니다.
한국어로도 핑뮬리라고 하나요?
That's right. Everybody, we call it in English. Actually, I'd never heard of muley.
저도
before coming.
방어랑 똑같이.
그쵸.
Yeah.
자, in Jeju, there is the Manor Blanc Pink Muley 축제, and that has actually been going on since mid-September, but it's going to wrap up next weekend. So if you're in Jeju over this weekend or next weekend, definitely check out the Manor Blanc Pink Muley Festival.
Is it free, Lindsay?
It has a little bit of a fee, but let me tell you, it's worth it for boosting your socials. Adults will cost 4,000 won, students are 3,000 won, but the entry includes a beverage or an entrance fee for individuals above elementary school age. So either a free drink or 1+1, I guess.
I got it. So if we are to go to the Manor Blanc Pink Muley Festival, Lindsay, what are some of the things you would recommend doing there?
Well, definitely, you're going to have to take in the breathtaking views of Hyungjae-sam Islands and the beach between Sambangsan and Songaksan Mountains.
Of course.
There are beautiful walking paths and, of course, photo zones. I mean, that's why we're really enjoying the Pink Muley, right?
Yeah.
As well as outdoor piano busking in the lawn garden area.
Wow, it sounds great.
Yeah.
It sounds like a lovely place to go and check out if you happen to be in Jeju this weekend or next one. And speaking of which, I have got a festival to wrap it up with, Lindsay.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to last a little bit longer. If you happen to be making a winter trip to Jeju, then you're in luck because the next one actually runs right until the end of January.
Ooh, what's that?
It's called the Hyeori Dongbek Chukje. Dongbek, of course, in English is...
Camellia!
Did you know that one before, Korea?
I did.
I
Jeju is
didn't.
famous for camellias.
Oh, but I didn't know that word before I came to Korea either.
I had heard that before,
You
but
did.
only in books.
I see.
Canada has no dongbeks.
I see. Maybe we have in the UK, but yeah, certainly something I've seen a lot more of in Jeju, specifically, as the name suggests, that's taking place at the Hyeori Natural Park, which is in Seogwipo in the south of the island. It's known for having some beautiful red camellia blossoms, and there are a bunch of paths that you can take as well. It's a great place to go, I think, with friends, with family. Maybe even you could go there and have a little bit of a honeymoon if you're planning to get married and you have not yet decided where to go for your honeymoon.
Well, listen, 오매광주's got you covered.
There you go.
All right, so check out the Hyeori Dongbek 축제 and the Manor Blanc Pink Muley 축제. Both of those are in Seogwipo.
Yep.
If you're in Jeju, or if you want some fish, now's the time. Next weekend, the 방어 축제 is taking place. 제남단 방어 축제.
Yeah, hopefully we've helped you guys out. If you're planning to make a trip to Jeju, I'm pretty jealous. Let us know if you've got any other places to suggest. For now, though, we are going to take a quick break, Lindsay.
That's right. We'll be back with our quiz after this. 성시경 with 제주도의 푸른밤. Welcome back to 오매광주 here on GGN, and it is time for our sharp 9870 quiz.
Every day we bring a quiz to you guys, our listeners, also viewers on Notube. We do live stream on Notube Monday and Friday. Just search for Gwangju Metropolitan City. You'll see Lindsay and I in the flesh. But yeah, we have a quiz. Easy one today, Lindsay?
I'll say a delicious one, Dave.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it possible for a question to be delicious?
Well, it makes my mouth water, so I think so. All right, listeners, are you ready? Get your texting thumbs ready or your typing fingers. You can answer in two ways, actually, because today, like Dave said, we're on NutTube. Just search for Gwangju and you can see us live and leave your answers in the chat. All right,
good.
Dave, are you ready?
I'm ready, Lindsay. What's today's question?
자, 가을, 겨울을 맞아 전국에서 축제가 한창인데요.
그쵸, and a festival we introduced a few moments ago featuring this fish is set to take place in Jeju next weekend.
That's right. 이 생선은 여름 땡땡은 개도 안 먹는다는 말이 있을 정도로 여름에 맛없지만
제철인 겨울엔 조끼라고 담백한 맛으로 인기 만점이죠.
Can you believe that? In summer times, dogs don't even eat this fish?
그 정도인 것 같아요.
그래, 붉은 살 생선으로 회, 초밥, 소금구이 등으로 즐겨 먹는 이 생선은 무엇일까요?
네, this red-fleshed fish, interesting considering the name is different in English, but red-fleshed fish is often enjoyed raw, but it is also delicious when it is grilled with salt, 소금구이, like Lindsay just said. So, the question for today is, what is this fish?
That's right. Is it A,
민어,
B,
보거,
or C,
방어?
One more time. What is a delicious fish? Jeju is having a festival next weekend all about this, and nobody eats it in the summertime, apparently.
Not even dogs.
Not even dogs. Is it A,
민어,
B,
보거,
or C?
방어.
All right. All you got to do is send your answers and anything else you'd like into sharp 9870. Now, short messages will cost you 51. Longer messages will cost you 101. 맞죠, Dave?
맞습니다. 짧은 문자 50원, 긴 문자 100원 문자 수실로도 있습니다. 정답을 아시는 분들은 샵 9870으로 문자 보내주세요. 퀴즈 정답뿐만 아니라 신청곡이나 재미있는 사연도 대환영입니다.
Please 정답을 맞추신 분들께 for all of our quiz winners, we have some great prizes. From B Hospital.
A culture voucher.
From SumLab.
An easy breathing mask.
From C Hospital specializing in egg freezing.
A free infertility test.
And from Chungjangnou's new wine bar and restaurant, Leppahae.
A gift certificate for your next delicious meal.
All you gotta do is tell us what is the name of that beautiful red-fleshed fish.
Yes. I can see the answers are flooding in, Lindsay.
Really?
Much
벌써?
like the red-fleshed fish floods into the seas surrounding Jeju at
많이
this time of year.
들어왔네요.
그쵸. So thank you to you guys who sent in the answer. Do keep them coming in again. Sharp 9870, sharp 9870. Speaking of which, Lindsay, one of our listeners also sent a lovely message too.
Yes, they did. Dave, do you want to read this
I'd
one?
be
It's
happy
a lovely
to.
one.
네, this is from listener 7103. Thank you for the message. Our listener says, 어제 광주에서 친구들과 이른 망년회를 하고 지금 보성으로 가는 길이에요. 국도로 가는데 단풍이 잘 들어서 강도하고 라디오 들으며 귀 혹강도 하네요. 업탄 걸 신청해요. Wow, so nice. It's from a lovely listener enjoying their drive right now to Bosong. Delighted that they are taking the opportunity to listen to our radio show too. Hopefully we are brightening up your Friday afternoon ever so slightly.
Oh, shout out to our listener 7103 하나03님. Thank you so much for your wonderful message. I'm sure Dave and I wish that we could be driving out in the tampungs right now, right,
너무
Dave?
좋을 것 같은데요. 가고 싶어요.
Oh, 그래도 we have important work to do here, Dave.
그렇죠.
But you know what? We can play their request song for them.
Oh, absolutely right. Great song. Thank you so much. We're back after this one by Billy Joel. It's Uptown Girl. Billy Joel right there with the classic Uptown Girl. Thank you so much once again, listener 7103. And if any other listeners out there have a track that you'd like to hear this Friday afternoon, you can also send that in to us, sharp 9870. We'd be happy to play your song requests. We'd be happy to hear about your weekend plans too. Maybe you could give some recommendations to Lindsay and I, and also to your fellow listeners.
That's right. We'd love to hear what you have going on, especially because across the country, there is lots of fun stuff to do. Now, we talked about in the first part of the show some wonderful festivals that are happening in Jeju, but you know what? We would be remiss if we didn't talk about what else is going on the peninsula.
Yeah, I think this time of year we start to see a little bit of a theme in the festivals as the weather gets a little bit chillier. I don't know, it sort of brings about a different kind of ambience, Lindsay, a little bit more of a romantic, I don't know, a little bit more sentimental
Cozy.
mood.
Oh, sentimental. 딱 좋아요.
그렇죠. So we can see that in these kind of festivals that I often enjoy at this time of year. And we do have, each of us have prepared a mainland festival.
That's right.
What have you got for us, Lindsay?
Well, you know, you are spot on the money.
Thank you.
Again, Dave, talking about how this time of year, a lot of, especially international Western residents, our thoughts turn to Christmas. And so to get us in the Christmas mood across Korea, there are light festivals taking place. So, Dave, both you and I have a light festival to recommend.
Yeah.
Who would like to go first?
I want to hear your one first, Lindsay, because you've been giving some great recommendations recently.
Okay.
I think that's definitely going to continue today. What have you prepared for us, Lindsay?
All right. Well, if you're heading over to Gyeongsangbuk-do this weekend, then you will be happy to know that in Cheongdo-gun, there is a light festival taking place. It's called the Cheongdo Provence Christmas Santa Maul 축제.
Wow.
So if I had to translate that into English, Cheongdo Provence, which, by the way, is like this new hot word that a lot of...
무슨 뜻이에요?
Provence is actually like a place in France. But in Damyang, they also have like Metasequoia Provence. It's kind of become like a trendy word to use for some Metasequoia areas, or just like if you want to convey this countryside elegance.
그래요. 전 풍경이 예쁘다고 뭐
맞아요.
이렇게 생각할 수 있게 하는 말이죠.
사실은 저 모르겠어요. I don't exactly know what people are trying to...
잘 모르겠어요. 하여튼, the 청도 프로ven스 그 다음 부분은 왠지 쉽게 번역할 수 있을 것 같은데요.
크리스마스 영어로 뭐지?
왠지 우리도 크리스마스라고 하는 것 같아요.
그러면 산타 마을은?
Santa Village.
네, 그 빛 축제는?
Light Festival.
Very good.
와,
So,
너무 좋아요. 기분 좋아졌어요.
We got it, Dave. We got it. Cheongdo Provence Christmas Santa Village Light Festival. And it is taking place in Cheongdo-gun or Cheongdo Provence. Now, unfortunately, this is not a free festival, but don't worry, it's worth it. It costs about 13,000 won for either adults or children, weekdays and weekends.
Flat rate.
Flat rate, that's right.
It doesn't matter what the day of the week is, doesn't matter your age, you're 2, you're 200, same price.
Exactly.
I like that equality.
Yeah, it's a fair, right?
Yeah,
We
it's a
can say
fair
that.
fare.
Okay, now we were kind of harping fair. We were kind of harping on this use of Provence, but Cheongdo Provence is trying to actually recreate the essence of France's southeastern Provence region, right? So Provence in France, very famous for beautiful scenery.
Isn't it great?
Wine. Yeah, I was going to say wine.
도 뭐 많은 곳 아닌가요? Provence?
맞아요. I don't know how famous Cheongdo wines are, but Provence is famous there. So apparently it blends the richness of nature with unique culture and art.
Okay, I like the sound of it. I like the sound of that French ambiance in the Cheongdo Provence.
Good use of that word. I like the 발음 for ambiance.
감사합니다. 린지를 위해서 그런 식으로 했어요.
Thank you.
What kind of things can we expect to see there, Lindsay?
Okay, so at the Santa Village Light Festival, there are over 100 photo zones. So again, a great place for the Instagrammers out there.
Nice.
Yep. There's going to be handmade goods, trinkets on sale, and beautifully crafted Christmas houses.
Sounds really nice. I believe, though, when it comes to these sorts of like bitchukje, Lindsay, yeah, I know you can go during the day, but personally, in my experience, I usually prefer to go at the night. Is it worth going at night here?
It's dazzling, Dave.
Dazzling, 그 정도예요.
Dazzling, 그 정도예요.
Wow.
Dazzling Light
눈부시게.
Festival. It transforms the entire Santa Village into a wonderful, sparkling Christmas wonderland.
Wow. Sounds so nice. You mentioned also it's Cheongdo Provence. It's the Pitjukje, but you also said Christmas Santa Maul. So I'm curious about the Santa Maul part. Is there some village, like that Santa, we can meet him.
Yes.
Santa's coming all the way to Cheongdo.
Actually, I know that you didn't know this, but Dave, Santa does not live in the North Pole. Here on Gwangju, we are telling you the real news. He lives in Cheongdo Province, in the Santa Maul.
Good to know.
In the Santa village, especially during this time of year, it
Yeah.
takes on a really beautiful, magical Christmas theme. So
Right.
there's Santa-themed photo zones. Santa Claus is actually there. Rudolph the reindeer, and of course, those hard-working laborers, Santa's elves.
Wow, that's so awesome, Lindsay. I'm loving the sound of this festival, and I can see we got another great message, by the way,
Did we?
Lindsay. Yeah, I think we should read it out real quick because listener 0041's on their way to work. They said, 여수 리스너예요. 출근 이 시간에 하는데 매일 잘 듣고 있어요. 주제가 다행해서 좋아요. 너무 다양한 뭐 소식 가지고 오는 거죠, Lindsay.
맞아요.
They also say, Dave, Lindsay 재밌어요. 질문이신 것 같은데.
Yeah, there's like a 물음표 there.
네.
So, Dave, is this fun for you?
네, 완전 재밌어요.
완전 재밌어요.
Your message also is very fun, listener 0041.
Oh, thank you so much, 0041. And
감사합니다.
화이팅 today.
네, 출근
출근길.
힘내세요.
Oh.
On your way to work at this time of day, I'm sure you're going to kill it this afternoon. Thanks so much. If you have a song request, send that in. If you're planning to check out the Cheongdo Province Christmas Santa Maul Bitchugde, let us know. Lindsay's definitely going to be there.
Oh, man.
You love Christmas.
I love Christmas. And I just want to, one last thing. There is an all-season sledding hill. Or as we say in Canada, tobogganing hill.
Tobogganing.
Tobogganing. In Canada, 설매 or sled, we call it a toboggan.
Is the pronunciation like that? Toboggan?
Toboggan,
Not
yeah.
toboggan.
No, toboggan.
그렇군요.
Toboggan?
Toboggan?
What do you guys call it in the UK? Like a sled.
그런 거 없어요.
어?
네.
슬레딩도 안 해. 설매도 안
네,
타요?
저 어렸을 때 안 했어요. 언덕이 없어가지고.
불쌍하네.
언덕도 없고 뭐 눈도 많이 안 내리니까
와.
전 해본 적이 없어요.
Well, you know where you
인생에.
can do it, Dave.
정도에서 할 수 있겠네요.
That's right.
감사합니다, Lindsay.
You're welcome. All right, time for us to take a break, and then we'll be back with Dave's recommendation
Ooh.
for a dazzling light festival. But Dave, I wonder, would you do me the honor of introducing Gwangju's very first Christmas song of 2024?
It's a true honor for a Christmas lover like you and me, Lindsay, to introduce this track by Sia. It is Santa's Coming for Us.
Nights are
That was Sia right there. Santa's coming for us. Or you could be coming for Santa if you visit the Cheongdo Province Christmas Santa Mar Bitchukje.
Santa,
He's there.
we're coming for you.
I'm going to
It's
find
revenge
you.
now.
You don't want to know what I'm going to do, Santa, when I find you. All of those lumps of coal that I got as a kid, I've got my revenge.
That's right. It's
ready for
time
you.
now, Santa. Yes, that's right. If you're getting in the Christmas spirit, the Cheongdo Province Christmas Santa Mar Bitchukje is waiting for you. That goes on until the halfway through February.
Wow.
So you know
Santa's
what?
still there?
I guess so.
Huh.
It can be Christmas anytime. Really, every day is Christmas in our hearts, Dave.
Very true, but in the UK we actually have a kind of mission,
Oh.
superstition that
Yeah.
you have to stop saying the word Christmas. Maybe not to that extent, but you have to put away all your decorations 10 days after Christmas.
10 days.
그럼 12월 25일이니까 1월 5일 되면 no more Christmas
No more
decorations. So you're not allowed to say it.
Uh-oh.
Until November.
Is that because Santa leaves the UK and comes to Cheongdo Province,
He's
Santa
chilling
Mar?
in the Provence. Maybe right.
Got it.
Maybe he's there, but maybe you're not interested in meeting Santa. And if you are not, I have another festival to tell you guys about, and this one is actually in Daegu.
Okay, what's it called?
It's called the E-World Illumination. Sounds pretty cool, right? The title alone is nice. This one is also only just started. It started last week. It's running until the 20th of February next year, but it's a massive one and actually a little bit on the pricier side, Lindsay, if I'm honest.
Okay, give it to us. Just give it to us straight.
It's pricey. An all-day pass is going to cost you as an adult 49,000 won. That's 49,000 won. For teenagers, 44,000 won, and for children, 49,000 won. But worth it. I will tell you why it is worth it.
Okay, why?
Well, the year's theme, Lindsay, first and foremost, that should be enough to leave you wanting to spend 50,000 won. It's called Miracle Toy Store.
Oh, I want to be trapped in a toy store.
There you go.
Isn't that like every child's fantasy?
And adult Lindsay's fantasy too, apparently.
right.
They have a space which has been reimagined with colorful, enchanting lights, inspired by various different concepts of toys that we're familiar with.
Like the dolls, the nutcrackers, the toy houses. I can
Precisely.
see it now.
Yeah.
Now, for 5만 원, I imagine that you would be getting a lot of good stuff in this festival.
I feel that I'm kind of underselling it in talking about the toy part, because actually, for 5만 원, you're basically playing for the rides. There are actually 30 different rides that you can enjoy there. There is also, of course, the Palsam Tower, the 83 Tower Observatory, where you can see some of the incredible views across a 130,000 pyong expanse.
Wow.
Just take a second to envision that, Lindsay.
How big is a pyong?
그러니까. How big is one pyong인지도 모르는데 how big is 130,000 pyong?
Wow.
It's huge.
So you can see all of E-World, basically, from
You
the
can
top
see
of
the whole of the
tower.
world, I'm imagining, not just E-World. But yeah, there are also interactive attractions too. Santa's also managed to find time to stop by here. And there is also some different Christmas theme shows. BB's Lights Up.
Oh, with BB.
Maybe. Santa's Miracle Present. And also the Carol Photo Party too.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Wow. So this is kind of like, I guess it is the Christmas version of Daegu's 놀이공원 attraction, right?
Precisely. They've illuminated it, as the title suggests. We've been talking about Bitchukje today, and this one is going straight in with the illumination. And that takes me back to the UK, because we also have illumination festivals.
Do you call it illumination?
We do.
Oh.
Specific close to my home, there's Blackpool Illuminations, which is pretty famous.
Wow.
Used to travel there as a kid. So part of the young baby Dave within me is feeling a desire to go to Daegu and see the
Oh.
E-World illuminations.
Yeah, it sounds amazing. Are there any special spots that you want to recommend?
I do. You were mentioning before about your festival, about the 100 photo zones. Don't have quite that many, but there are a few that I want to say. There's the Magic Station, which is going to be magical, as the name suggests. The Miracle Toy Store we've already talked about. Dynamic Hill. I mean,
Ooh.
I've always thought hills are boring. This one's not. It's dynamic. An Umbrella Road as well.
Wow.
There's a red double-decker bus.
Dave!
Bus.
Dave from Yeongu!
From the UK, they brought it
Oh.
over, and last but not least, a carousel. So, plenty of stuff to do. That is the E-World Illumination Festival taking place in Daegu. I would definitely say, if you like rides, if you like Christmas, if you like the winter ambiance, like I said before, Lindsay, check it out.
Definitely lots of good stuff to do all across Korea. Now, coming up after a short break, we're going to be sitting down with a couple of how can I put this? Takers of Korea's largest test. We're going to get the skinny on how Suneung was this year. But first, Dave, we're going to listen to a song, which I think our producer thinks is actually about snow.
Well, let's enjoy it. It's Red Hot Chili Peppers with Snow. Hey-o! Welcome back to the show. You're tuned into 오매광주 here on Ggn, of course, 98.7 FM in Gwangju and 93.7 FM in Yeosu.
And it is time to explore the culture and events of our very own, much beloved Gwangju. So welcome to G-Wave.
And Lindsay, we actually have a very special G-Wave for this Friday to end the week because we're actually joined in the studio by two high school seniors.
That's right. We can say that. What is a senior?
그러니까 저도 솔직히 그렇게 말 안 하는데.
I think it's a 북미 term,
아,
right?
그러니까. 근데 린지도 북미 사람이잖아요.
그래요. 근데 우리 캐나다보다 그 미국에서 자주 쓰는
그쵸.
표현이라서
I would say final year students.
we would also say like grade 12 students. But anyways,
Whichever way you look at it.
we're
무슨 말인지
joined.
아시겠죠?
맞아요. senior는 마지막 what do we say? The last year, final
year.
한국어로 뭐를
3학년. 아, 맞네.
맞아요.
Anyway, that is who we're joined by.
That's right, because I'm sure that you've heard a lot of discussion all about 수능. Dave and I have spoken about it on the show before too, but you know what? You gotta get the news straight from the horse's mouth.
Couldn't have put it better myself. So today we're going to bring that news for you guys with a pair of students who have taken time out of their probably less busy schedule, but nonetheless join us in the studio today. So, shall we say, welcome to the studio, gentlemen. Hello. 안녕하세요.
안녕하세요. 좀 자기소개부터 좀 부탁드립니다.
Sure. Hi, I'm Jihyunwoo, a senior at Dongseong High School.
Wow.
Hi listeners, I'm Kim Dae-young, also a senior at Dongseong High.
There you go. I didn't know that you guys were going to speak English.
Me either.
Oh,
This is such a
너무
nice
좋아요.
surprise. 좋아요.
Dongseong
Thank you.
High School. Yeah, before we started, we were also joined by another gentleman who informed us that Dongseong High School very famous for baseball team. So, are you guys also baseball players?
Yes, I love baseball.
Oh,
players.
really?
Oh.
So, great honor to be joined. in the
Actually, we don't actually play
Oh.
baseball.
Oh, really?
Okay.
Just
but,
watch.
But you like baseball.
Yeah.
Of
We-
course. Here in Gwangju, a lot of great players come from your school.
Who came from Dongseong? There's a really famous player from Dongseong High School.
Oh, many.
But who is the most famous
Oh.
these days, you think?
I think Kim Do-young is. best player.
김도영.
AKA Lindsay.
The Young King.
Yeah.
Yep.
Of
sorry.
course.
I love that nickname. That is like the best nickname in
Yeah,
baseball.
he's,
Anyways.
he's awesome. But you guys are also awesome, so thanks for joining us because today, I guess there is a special reason that you are joining us. Why are you joining us today? 오늘 왜 나오는 걸까요?
저희 그 수능이 끝나가지고
그쵸.
네.
저번 주 수능 시험 보셨죠?
네.
얼마나 힘들었을까요? Must have been tough.
그러네요. So, you know what? We talk a lot about 수능, but I want to hear from real high school students. How was the 수능 and how did it go? But first, how do you feel now?
좋은 질문이네.
이제는 다 끝났으니까. 그래서 이제는 기분이 어때요?
Honestly, it still doesn't feel real that it's over. I'm just so happy I don't have to go to the study academy anymore.
Yes.
Yeah, but I've been busy preparing for my college interviews, which is tomorrow. Yeah, so it's not actually completely done yet.
내일이에요.
네.
와우, 와줘서 고마워요. 저 오늘
네.
좀
중요할
준비했는데.
것 같은데요. 중요한 날인데요. What about you, Dae-young?
I feel so much lighter now, like a big weight is off my shoulders. I'm finally starting to relax a bit.
Good for you.
이제는 다 풀렸죠.
Yeah.
And no more academy. Academy is finished.
Yes.
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 No more academy.
And you're
Yes.
happy? Yes. Look at it. Hyunwoo's like, yes.
Freedom
yes.
until next year.
그러네요.
네. But anyway, 일시적으로 좀 좋은 마음으로. So yeah, I'm sure it must have been an amazing feeling to finish the test. So I'm curious. 이게 저번 주 목요일이었죠? I want to know how was that day? How did you feel on the day of your test? 네, 그 시험 보는 날 어땠을까요?
I got to the venue early and was feeling confident after solving a few practice questions. But during the Korean test, I suddenly got a stomach ache, and that threw me off. The test itself wasn't too hard, but I lost time because of it. The atmosphere in the room was super serious, so serious that I couldn't even play a quick game with the stones I brought. 혹시 공기놀이 아시나요?
공기놀이, 아니
몰라요.
the Korean version of jacks.
잭스도 뭔지 몰라요.
Oh, it's like little 좀 한국어로 좀 설명해 주세요. 데이브 위에서.
공이놀이
아,
처음 들었어요.
공기놀이는 이제 공기 5개 가지고 공깃돌 5개 가지고 하는 놀인데요. 이제 이게 탁 던져서 하나 던지고 하나 잡고.
아.
2단계는 하나 던지고 2개 이렇게
어,
싹싹.
아, 원래 시험 보면서 하는 하는 게임이에요?
아,
내가 물어보고 싶은 질문이야.
사실 그건 아닌데 이제 제가 모의고사 칠 때도 항상 공기놀이 했어가지고 약간 루틴처럼 약간 습관 돼 버려가지고 이제 이제 심신 안정을 위해서 그걸 가져갔었는데 분위기가 너무 무거워서 공기놀이를 못했어요.
와, 그 정도였군요. You
네.
wanted to do the jacks?
Jacks, we would say
그거도
like
처음 들었어.
jacks. It's a really fun game. You like throw one up and you try to grab the others while one is in the air.
Sounds
like they're racing.
exhilarating.
It's a childhood game, but I definitely understand because it's kind of like 약간 습관으로, you know, when you need to calm down, you tend
fidget?
to fidget with something.
대부분 사람들이 뭐 이렇게 펜으로 뭐 놀이하잖아요. 이렇게
네,
못
비슷한
하는데.
거예요.
Yes.
Can you do it, Lindsay?
I can't do it.
분명히 보시다시피 저도 못 하는데.
I've seen a lot of Korean students. They can like
Yeah.
flip the pen
Yeah.
like that. But
yeah, what about you, Daeyoung?
I was so nervous the night before that I hardly slept. On the day, my stomach hurt so much that I skipped lunch.
Wow.
oh,
At one point, I dropped my pen during the test,
Oh no.
and it made such a loud noise.
큰일 날 뻔했네요.
It was embarrassing, but everyone was so focused that I don't think anyone really noticed.
You sure?
Maybe.
maybe.
Maybe you distracted everybody.
One of your fellow students is
Yeah.
right now just like, damn,
왜 그렇게 하는 걸까? 왜 이렇게 시끄러울까?
the pen during the listening
Did you
test.
notice? Did you notice the dropping of the pen from Daeyoung?
Me?
Yeah.
저희 같은 수험장에서 시험 안 봤어가지고.
그럼 진짜
okay.
다행이네요.
네,
만약 같이
다행이죠.
봤으면 엄청나게 방해됐을
화가 날
텐데요.
뻔했어요.
와, 그러니까.
그래요.
다행이네요. That's great to hear.
Okay. I have a question. 그 생각보다 그 끔찍했어요? 아니면 생각보다 뭐 좀 오히려 좀 쉬웠어요?
수능이요? 네, 그 9월 모의고사가 너무 쉬웠어서 수능은 사실 굉장히 어려울 것 같았는데 의외로 좀 쉽게 나와가지고.
다행이다.
네.
How about you, Daeyoung? Was it easier than you thought? Was it more difficult than you thought?
생각보다 쉬웠던 것 같아요. 저는 그 수능이랑 단어 때문에 엄청 겁을 먹었었는데
맞아요. 항상 D 마이너스 땡땡 뭐 수능 계속 그런 말 많이 들었죠.
그런 압박이 많이 있다가 실제로 보니까 그 정도는 아니었던 것 같아요.
와, okay, that's good. 다행이다.
I love that confidence.
Yeah.
자신감 그 잡채.
Easier than I thought it would be.
Amazing. Easier than I thought. Yeah, that's definitely good. I would say in preparing for an exam, Lindsay, it's always better to be like over prepared.
Yes.
It shows that you're taking it seriously.
근데
We remember from our test taking days.
Right, but you know what? In 영국, in Dave's from UK and Canada, we don't have, I think, the same level
그러니까.
of test. 약간
그렇게 중요한 날이
수능이
없죠.
약간 괴물 같은 시험이니까 항상 뭐 TV에서도 많이 나오고 영화에서도 많이 나오는데 우리나라에서 저희 나라들이에서 그런 시험 없어서.
그렇죠. Yeah, so maybe we can't really empathize too much. 얼마나 어려웠는지 조금 상상하기 어렵지만 그래도 우리 한국에서 사니까 뭐 수능 보는 날이 얼마나 중요한 날인지 잘 알고 얼마나 힘들었는지도 뭐 잘 알지 않을까요, 린지?
맞아요. 고생했어요.
Yeah, I'm sure it was a real roller coaster of emotions preparing for it. So speaking of that, what was the hardest part about preparing for the 수능? 준비하면서 뭐 제일 힘드는 포인트가 뭐였을까요?
저는 그 D 마이너스 그 날짜 하나하나 줄어드는 게 정말 저에게는 스트레스였는데요.
Really?
이게 하나씩 줄어들 때마다 제 수명이 1년씩 깎여나가는 느낌이었어요. 숫자가 작아질 때마다.
Wow. Yeah, I'm sure it's not good, but then at the same time, D0 되면 그 다음 날부터 엄청 기분 좋게 보낼 수 있잖아요.
그래, D+1은
D+1 그런 식으로 또 해요.
D+1도 있나요?
아니.
없죠.
그런 거.
They're like
우리끼리 만들면 되죠, 린지.
stop making
Sure.
things up
What about
there.
you, Daeyoung? What was the hardest part? 아니면 maybe you don't want to think about the difficult parts. Did you have some way of like dealing with the stress? stress 풀리는 방법 그렇게 뭐 그런 거 있었어요?
Yes. For me, playing games with friends at PC room was the best way to clear my head.
PC방 classic.
Yeah.
Was your mom okay though? Like, 엄마 나 PC방 가요.
Maybe my mom don't know.
Is she listening to the show right now?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Oops.
고백? 영어로 말씀했나요?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Oh,
yeah,
okay,
no
okay.
It's
아,
okay.
대형 학생이
No,
진짜
Lindsay.
굉장히 열심히 공부했어요.
그쵸.
절대 PC방도 한 번 안 가봤어요.
Of course, anyway, we need to relieve stress in one way or another.
그래요.
But I'm curious, so yeah, Daeyoung, you went to the PC bang. Hyunwoo, how about you? How did you deal with your stress?
I love listening to 오매광주.
그렇군요.
역시.
도움이 됐어요?
역시.
오매광주 듣는 게 도움이 됐겠죠?
But seriously, I usually played basketball or went to karaoke with my friends when I needed a break.
Oh, good.
Great methods to deal with stress. That's like
Yeah.
international, right? Singing is a good way to deal with
Definitely.
stress. Playing games.
Exercise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did you do, Lindsay, when you were stressed as a student?
When I was stressed as a student, I had a really strange stress 풀리기 방법.
정말요?
I used to watch documentaries about ABBA.
ABBA.
혹시 ABBA 들었어요?
Mamma Mia, here I go again.
Okay, they're so young. There's ABBA was like
에이.
옛날 디스코 그룹이었는데 왠지 잘 모르겠는데 ABBA는 약 긍정적인 힘이 많이 있어서 they had a lot of positive energy.
Sure.
I would just watch like ABBA videos like hours a
I
day.
could never have imagined that.
I can't. Yeah, it's a
You know what's
left
most
field.
interesting is I had
What?
the exact same method.
Wow.
장난이에요.
데이브는
What
그
did I do?
시험
To be
공부했을 때
completely honest, 이게 저 어이없다고 생각할 것 같은데
뭐예요?
전 학생들
Radiohead.
스트레스 안 받았어요. 오히려 좀 재밌게 공부해서 항상 시험 보느라 좀 기대했어요.
어떻게 생각해요?
어떻게 재밌게
왠지 우리나라에서는 뭔가 좀 다른 느낌인 것 같아요. 시험 보는 날이 뭐 그렇게 중요하다고 생각 안 하니까 뭐 대신 뭐 시험 보는 날 내가 얼마나 잘 준비했는지 이제 내가 보여줄 수 있는 기회 생겼다.
맞아요.
이렇게 생각해서 좀 달랐어요. 근데 조금 아쉽게 뭔가 스트레스 풀리는 방법이 있었으면 좀 재밌었을 것 같은데.
That's right. That's
Just play
right.
games.
Just games.
Listen to ABBA.
Listen to ABBA. I think karaoke is a fantastic
Singing is always
idea, right?
Yeah.
Who knows? And speaking of ABBA, I can see that our producer has decided to highlight my stress 풀리기 방법
네.
with a song. So what do you think, guys? Shall we take a break for a song?
Sounds good. Let's see if this would have helped you guys with your stress.
Yes.
We're going to listen to ABBA with the track that we just sang. It's Mamma Mia. right there with Mamma Mia. What do you think? 그 노래 들었으면 스트레스 풀렸을까요?
Oh, stressed down?
다 풀린 것 같아요.
Yeah, thank you,
역시.
Daeyoung. Thank you. 현우,
왠지 아는 것 같아요.
좋은 것 같아요.
영어는
영어는
없지만 그저 아는 것 같아요.
That's okay. That's okay. Everybody's stress 풀리는 방법 is different, right? 다 다르잖아요.
But going to the 노래방 is a kind of universal thing, Lindsay. I know you loved to sing.
True. Dave knows.
Yeah, and for me, definitely singing is a great way to relieve stress. So that's some of the methods that we heard from our two guests that are joining us today. Hyunwoo and Daeyoung that join us, having just completed the 수능 last week, seem to be like reborn.
Yes.
Right.
It looks like they just woke up after like a terrible dream.
그러니까.
Like you had like an 악몽 and now you're like
네네.
awake and you're like, what?
이게
Where am I?
현실인가?
What
그
is
시험
this?
끝났다고?
That's right. And
Yeah.
for listeners or viewers out there, just a reminder that we are streaming live on YouTube right now. You can check us out at Gwangju You can see us live with these two handsome guys right here, as well as you can get in touch with us by sending us a
Two
message.
handsome guys.
Oh, sorry, Dave. Three handsome guys
깜짝
right here.
놀랐네요. 어떻게 그렇게 제 앞에서 그렇게 말할 수
I
있어요?
forgot that you're a guy. I'm sorry.
어렵네.
Look at that. The producer's like, Lindsay, you're cut. You're out of here.
Sorry for
or,
interrupting.
Yeah, that's fine. You can send us a message at sharp 9870 if you have a question that you'd like to ask this year's 수험생. They are here to answer your questions. If you have any 궁금하신 point about 수능 this year, I'm sure that we can ask them for you. Send us all the things you're curious about to sharp 9870 sharp 9870로 보내주세요.
Yeah, it's a great point. Actually, earlier on, Lindsay, when we were preparing, not just our two guests here, but a third guest was also with us, and I think we both thought that there was a third student who was joining us.
Yes. In fact, I think I used 반말 to him to like
you?
인사할 때. I was like, oh, yeah. But actually, that gentleman was one of your teachers,
Oh,
right?
wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who was that teacher? Do you want to say hello to him right now on the radio live?
Oh,
Hello, teacher.
I think his name is Taylor Alex.
Oh,
So
there you
real
go.
honor. Yeah, I also thought he was a third student. So I'm sure big inspiration for you. But speaking of inspirations, I'm sure there were a lot of people around you guys that like helped you to prepare for the test. Was there anyone in particular who like gave you guys some advice or helped you to prepare for the test, Hyunwoo?
My cousin, who's the same age as me, and goes to exactly the same school.
Oh.
He's good at sports, super popular, and the top student.
Oh.
He
Is it Daeyoung?
No, opposite of Daeyoung.
Wow.
Opposite of Dale.
Wow.
영대.
Wow.
Go on.
He was my biggest motivator and always helped me when I got stuck.
Oh, that's really nice. Do you want to say anything to him right now? 한국어로, 뭐 영어로?
Can I say his name?
Yeah, of course. Make him a star.
은준아, 너 쓴 대학교 다 붙을 거니까 너무 기죽어 하지 말고 남은 면접이랑 이런 거 다 화이팅해서 꼭 의대 붙어.
눈물 날 것 같아요. So lovely to hear.
Shout out to Hyunwoo's cousin for helping him out. How about Daeyoung?
My parents were my biggest supporters, and my homeroom teacher,
Taylor Alex.
yes,
Yep.
gave me great tips on solving problems more efficiently.
Oh, is there anything you want to say to your teacher?
Teacher, very thank you. I love you.
No,
That's
no
right.
reaction.
눈물.
Listeners, he is currently sitting outside in the green room. I think he's a little bit embarrassed, but I could see before when the three of the two students and their teacher were interacting. It's amazing to see that sort of connection. You can see how important his students are to him. So to have that sort of
Yes.
teacher, wow, I can only imagine how helpful that would have been.
Definitely,
Right.
definitely. And guys, I just want to point out that we have a lot of viewers right now in our YouTube
그러네요.
chat room, and you guys have a lot of fans. Okay, so we've got a whole bunch of comments. Let's see. 자, we've got one comment that says, "웜에 동성고 학생 나와서 기분 좋구만." We also have another comment that says, "아따 내 동생 대영이가 여기 웃잔 일이대." That's from Kim Jae-hee.
Wow.
We also have another one from Miss Choi Chan-bin. Say, 우리 아들.
Wow.
Wow.
Lovely to see all these comments.
You have a lot of 응원자s out there, guys.
I'm reading the comments as they're coming in. It's lovely to see. You got a lot of fans. Bringing a lot of attention to our show. Not surprising.
They are our friends.
아니에요.
right.
그렇게
No.
모르는 사람이라고 해야죠.
That's
These
right.
are natural fans, of
That's
course. I'm
right.
sure it's lovely that they're tuning in and listening to the show. Also, probably had a hard time preparing for the test, but it's all over now, Lindsay.
That's right. Okay, so I have another question about 수능 for you guys. Over the past year, you guys have been studying very hard. Was there anything about your study or your preparation that you regret? Maybe you, now if you could have a time machine, you would go back and maybe change something? What do you think? Hyunwoo, how about you?
Honestly, I don't have any regrets.
Oh.
I don't like dwelling on the past.
오,
YOLO.
멋있다.
YOLO잖아요, 린지.
후회 없이 살아야죠.
그렇죠. Live in the moment. How about you, Daeyoung?
I do wish I had stayed more focused. If I had, maybe I could have aimed for a better university.
Oh, okay. But listen, you want to go to a very good university, right?
We actually learned while listening to the song that there's a chance that Daeyoung and I might meet next year. Not only that, but we talked about their majors as well, and it seems both of the two students joining us today, Hyunwoo and Daeyoung, got really great ambitions for some great university, great majors. I'm sure got a very bright future ahead of them, Lindsay.
That's right. Big dreams, right? Daeyoung, you were saying that you want to go into physics education.
Yes.
Yeah.
한국어로 어떻게 말해야죠?
물리교육과요.
Wow. And Hyunwoo also has very big dreams. Hyunwoo, you want to study
네, 건축공학이요.
architecture.
예.
Wow. Dave, more talented than us.
저한테도 질문한 줄 알았어요.
Dave, what do you want to study in university?
Neuroscience.
Neuroscience.
좀 기회 놓친 것 같지만.
No, you
Not
can
too
do
late.
it. 할 수 있다.
그래요.
우리.
Thank you. Lindsay, you give me so much confidence, and Daeyoung and Hyunwoo also give me so much confidence as well. I feel like I can do anything, being surrounded by this sort of positivity. It's really healthy, I think. And
I think so.
It's great to hear that, it wasn't too much. It wasn't an insurmountable amount of pressure. But I'm sure that you guys learned a lot from the experience. Suning is just one exam, and let's face it, as you move forward in life, you're going to have more exams as well. Could you tell us, what's the biggest thing or the most important thing you've learned whilst preparing for the Sunung, Hyunwoo?
So many people said consistency is the key to success, and now I get it. Always listen to good advice. It's usually right.
Wow. How about you, Daeyoung?
I couldn't agree more to Hyunwoo.
Well, great answer.
I love that you're just
똥이.
like, yeah, what Hyunwoo said.
저도
yes.
자주 그런 식으로 말하잖아요. 린지가 말하면 I agree with Lindsay.
That's
맞네.
right. Consistency. So
Yeah.
꾸준히 하는 것은
Yeah.
제일 중요해요.
Yeah. And listen to good advice. So our advice is to listen to Hyunwoo's advice.
That's
You
good.
know good advice still?
Find somebody with good advice. That's our advice.
There you go. The advice is listen to the advice. I love it. Again, listeners, we are really delighted to be joined today by two students from Dongseonggo. They are the Suwon-seng. They just took the Sunung last week. That's Hyunwoo and Daeyoung, taking time out of very busy schedule to join us. And so we do have 30 more minutes together. If you'd like to ask any questions to the two guys with us, you can send them into sharp 9870, sharp 9870, or check us out on YouTube. Just search for Global Gwangju You can see the four of us in the studio right now. I think, though, it's time for us to take a break, Lindsay.
That's right. We're going to listen to a song now. It's Jessie with 너와의 모든 지금.
New jeans right there with Hype Boy here on GGN's one and only show, Gwangju. Don't usually do this part myself, so don't really know what to say, but I can say I'm delighted you're still watching or listening to the show because I'm Dave.
And I'm Lindsay.
How
And
was
you're
that?
tuned in. That was so good,
Thank
Dave. You're tuned in to 98.7 FM in Gwangju and 93.7 FM in Yeosu. You can also catch us on YouTube at Gwangju
Yes.
And speaking of YouTube, today our YouTube chat room is blowing up because we are joined by two of Gwangju's youngest, hottest celebrities. They are 수능 takers, and now they're guests on Gwangju. We're joined
Wow.
by 태영 학생 and 현우 학생. Hello again.
Hi. Welcome back.
They're still here. They are 고3s. They are high school third graders.
Final year.
Final year completed 수능 last week, and we just got to take a look at the chat right now because, guys, you have so many fans. I'm seeing a message from 최선미 씨. They say 수능 보느라 고생했어요.
고생했죠.
오,
감사합니다.
면접, 정시 등 잘 마무리하고 모두들 원하는 대학 합격하기를 기원합니다.
Wow. Thank you for that message.
And other messages too, AJ.
Yeah, another message from Kim Hae-young says 대영 학생 발음이 너무 좋네요. 잘생겼는데 영어도 잘하네. 와, 진짜 맞는 말씀이신 것 같아요.
That's right.
So amazing, great at English, so confident too. To me, the confidence. I don't think I would have had the confidence to go on a foreign language radio station at 17 years old. Lindsay?
Never. Handsome, confident, talented, smart. That's these two students here.
Wow.
I'm trying to make them blush.
triple
in the
threat. Nothing. Water off a duck's back, Lindsay. 아무 효과 없나 보네요.
괜찮아요. That's because 자주 들으니까.
그쵸.
그쵸.
그리고 당연히 아니까 이게 당연한 말이잖아요.
맞아요. And actually, before the break, we asked if any of our listeners out there had any questions for this year's 수험생. And we actually got a question from one of our listeners that I think the guys will answer now. Dave, do you want to read it?
Yeah, thank you so much, listener 5246 오이사육님. says 수능 보느라 수고했어요. 이번에는 물 수능이었나요? 불 수능이었나요? 일단은 물 수능이라는 단어도 모르고 불 수능이라는 단어도 모르니까 무슨 뜻일까요? What does that mean? 물 수능 and 불 수능.
그 물 수능은 수능이 좀 쉬우면은 물 수능이라고 하고요. 불 수능은 그 반대로 수능이 평소보다 좀 어렵게 나오면 불 수능이라고 하는.
그래요.
Oh, so 물 수능 is like 물처럼
Water.
water, like a water.
Water an easy
and
test.
불은 fire.
Yes.
Oh,
This test is fire.
That has a
근데
different
반대로.
meaning.
네, 죄송합니다.
Okay, so you two, now you have a question. What do you think? 의견 좀
Yeah.
해주세요. 물수, 불수.
그런 식으로 줄일 수 있어요?
I don't know. 그래도 돼요? 물수, 불수?
진짜 하고
Oh,
싶은데요.
they said yes.
왠지 그냥 lip service 아닐까요? Anyway, what do you think? Was it 물수 or was it 불수?
이번에 국어랑 수학, 영어 같은 경우엔 평년보다 훨씬 좀 쉽게 나왔던 것 같은데 탐구가 생각보다 어렵게 나와서 탐구는 불수능이었던 것 같아요. 나머지는 좀 물수능이고.
정말요.
Oh, okay. 대영, what do you think?
I also think it was 물수. 한국에서는 그 수능 완성 책 표지가 못생기면 그 연도 수능은 쉽다. 수능 완성 표지가 이쁘면 그날 수능은 어렵다 이런 게 살짝 있어요.
그래. Oh, so this year, not too bad. Not too bad this year.
Perfect
That's
timing.
what we would say, right?
And I believe, Lindsay, we talked about Suning last week. There was like a record, or at least in recent years, tons of people were taking Suning this year. So
That's right.
hopefully, lots of happy people,
Yeah,
at least.
and we heard the news that this year there wasn't any killer questions.
Ah.
I'm not sure. What do you guys think? Was there any
killer
killer
문제?
question?
어,
없을 것 같아요.
없었나요?
없었던 것 같아요. 크게 어려운 문제는 또
Wow.
없었던 것 같아요.
대영, do you think the same? 있었다고 생각하시죠?
저는 좀 있었던 거.
진짜요? 특히 우리 원어민인데 저 린지랑 같이 원어민인데 우리 그 영어 문제 보면 우리한테라도 어렵더라고요.
Yeah. When we read the English 수능 questions, we're like, what? 이게 뭐야? 우리
그러니까.
원어민이라도.
그러니까.
고생했어요.
So how about the English part in particular, 대영? I heard bit of an English master. 아까 그렇게 들었는데요. Was the English part not too bad this year?
영어 듣기 시험을 100점을 맞았어요.
와.
진짜 라디오를 위한 점수네요.
With
이제
the-
우리랑 같이 나올 수 있게.
With the pen drop too?
pen drop.
핸드랍 하고
100점.
네.
이제는 앞으로 약간 미신 같은.
Yeah.
Every time you're gonna drop the pen.
맞아요.
Right? And 현우, how about you? 영어는 어땠어요?
네, 영어는 제가 풀고 다 맞은 줄 알았거든요.
정말요?
네, 집 가서 채점을 해보니까 24번부터 틀려가지고 굉장히 무서웠는데 다행히도 괜찮게 봐가지고 좀 기분이 좋았던 것 같아요.
Lovely to hear.
Good job, good job.
So we've been talking, of course, about Sunung right now, but I guess Sunung is over. It's the time to live more freely, the time to enjoy your life in a way that you couldn't for so long. So in this week, is there anything that you have wanted to do or anything you still want to do, now that you have a little bit more freedom? 그런 거 있을까요?
I wanted to meet up with a friend, but our schedules didn't match.
Hopefully you can find time.
아직은 못 만났어요?
네.
혹시 maybe this weekend you'll have time.
그렇죠.
Hopefully, right?
How about you, 대영?
I went on a trip to Mokpo with my friends to celebrate.
Mm-hmm.
I also started playing the guitar again after a long time.
Wow.
Very nice. 목포에서 뭐 했어요?
바다 구경에 갔어요.
Oh, that's so nice. Look at the ocean. The ocean takes away all my 수능 stress, right? Just
Yeah, all that Sunung stress is gone, and now it's almost the end of November, so until you guys start university, I guess about, if my math is correct, Lindsay, 3 months?
yeah.
한 3개월 남은 거 맞죠?
So 교수님,
네.
next year,
네.
what do you call not 신학기, but
네.
신학기?
Yeah,
맞아요? 신학기 언제 시작해요?
딱 3월 1일이죠.
3월 2일.
제가 항상 그날 기대되니까 잘 알고 있겠죠.
That's right. That's why I asked you.
Yeah.
So, do you guys have any plans until March? What are you going to be doing?
I'll focus on my interviews this month, then try some part-time work and exercise more in December.
Ooh.
I also want to take an English test before college so I can get a good score.
Very good. Yes, and you actually, Hyunwoo, you said you have an interview tomorrow.
그러니까.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
So thank you for coming on the show.
Yeah.
and good
Just
luck.
be yourself,
Yeah,
for
yeah.
sure. How about you, 대영?
I want to study more about my future major and practice my English speaking skills.
Oh,
I'm also planning to apply for the Katusa program in the military and get my driver's license.
Wow, Katusa. Now, for anybody who doesn't know what is Katusa, can you just explain like a little bit what is Katusa? 짧게 이야기하면.
외국인들이랑 같이 가는 군대
그쵸.
그런 느낌이에요.
We talked about so much on the show with specifically young K of Day 6 who came
Okay.
out of Katusa.
Yeah, you
So
go
maybe-
into Katusa, you work with the American military,
Yeah.
so you speak like 100% English and you hang out with the American military guys.
Sounds
Yeah.
good. I've met a lot of people who've done it myself. Seems like it'd be a good opportunity, Daeyoung. Definitely. I can imagine you're doing a good job over there. We've got some more questions to ask to our two favorite Golsam students, Hyunwoo and Daeyoung, who are joining us today from Dongseong-go, having just completed the Sunung last week. But I think first we're going to listen to a song, Lindsay.
I think that sounds like a good idea.
Thank you.
And we have a song that we are dedicating to all of the suamsangs out there. We hope you guys feel special. By Twice.
Twice. We feel special right there. We feel special to be joined in the studio by two 수험생. Took the exam last week from Dongseonggo. That's Hyunwoo and Daeyoung. And Lindsay, we were asked if we want to take the 수능.
Yes.
Lindsay, 보고 싶은 마음 있을까요?
I want to take the listening test.
Uh-huh.
Because I'm really curious if my listening ability is up to scratch with the 수능 level. Dave, how about you?
Yeah.
Would you... Fail.
네,
Would you like to
재미없었네요.
take the 수능?
좀 궁금하긴 해요.
맞죠. Yeah.
진짜 어려운 시험인 거 아는데
Yeah.
직접 뭐 본 적이 없어가지고 한 번은 뭐 볼 수 있으면 좋을 것 같다고 생각해요.
Definitely. You know, we've heard a lot about 특히 the 영어 시험이 약간 영어 시험 아닐 것 같아요. 약간 철학 시험일
그렇죠,
것 같아요.
exactly.
어떻게 생각해요, 둘이? 맞아요? 철학 시험이에요?
네, 약간 그런 비슷한 지문 관련 내용이 나오면은 그 지문의 주제에 따라서 그런 게 바뀐다고 생각하긴 해요.
맞아요. 대영, you too?
저도 영어가 살짝 그런 쪽에 더 관련된 시험이 나온다고 생각해요.
English is not so much being tested on that test. It's more just about your ability to solve
Yeah.
a test.
Logical thinking.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's why I probably couldn't make it.
No, I think you do a great job, Lindsay. But if you were to take the test, I believe that our two 수험생 actually have some advice.
Oh, yes. You know what? So next year, there's going to be a whole bunch of other students taking the test again. Your 후배s, your 2025년에 뭐 시험 볼 친구한테 do you have any advice for them?
Stay focused until the very end. Use your winter break to really nail English and your elective subjects, then concentrate on Korean and maths during senior year.
Oh, okay.
Nice idea.
So English during the break, and then your 고3 year, just focus like Korean and math.
Yeah.
Got it.
If you want to get a good score like Hyunwoo, that's the way to go. But what about you, Daeyoung? Do you have any other advice?
Don't overthink it.
Wow.
Just keep studying the way you always do. And you'll do fine.
I like it.
Wow.
That's it. Just go with your natural ability.
Yeah.
And if you do that, you're going to get 100% on the listening test, just like Daeyoung.
There you go.
Right? That's
Just,
the secret.
just do what you always do.
Yeah.
Or do what
그대로.
Daeyoung did.
Exactly. I mean, we learned that Daeyoung is the master of taking the test. So it's obviously been a really tough time, a tough period of your life preparing for the test. And I'm sure a lot of people around you supported you. So I'm curious if you guys, before we finish, is there anything you want to say to anybody in particular? 혹시 뭐 하고 싶은 뭐 한마디나 있을까요?
Yeah, good idea. And you know what? Since we are streaming live on YouTube right now, Global Gwangju 방송, when you say it, maybe you can look at the camera
Wow.
and talk right to those people out there. 자, 마지막 한마디 좀 현우부터 시작해볼까요?
엄마 그 수능장까지 따라왔는데 내가 엄마한테 인사도 못 가고 수능장 들어가 버려서 미안해. 아빠는 타지에서 열심히 돈 벌어다 주고 내가 하는 일 다 응원해줘서 고맙고 친구들은 내가 항상 혼자라는 것을 아니라는 것을 느끼게 해줘서 고맙고 다 잘 됐으면 좋겠다. 선생님들 제가 항상 다 기억하고 나중에 잘 되면 찾아오도록 하겠습니다. 청취자 여러분 오늘도 화이팅!
So lovely words.
So lovely.
from
I feel
Hyunwoo.
like I'm gonna cry.
I'm sure that Hyunwoo's parents are really touched right now. I thought if my son was saying that, I would find that lovely. What about you, Daeyoung? Is there anything you'd like to say before we finish?
Yes. To all my fellow test takers, you work so hard. I hope you enjoy every moment of college life ahead. And 엄마 아빠 보고 있나요? 정말 사랑하고 감사합니다.
Wow. 너무 날 것 같아요, 떠오른지. So touching.
So you guys are such good sons,
Yeah.
right?
Wow, I'm
Oh.
sure it's been a real pleasure. It's definitely been a pleasure for you and me, Lindsay, to be joined by Daeyoung and Hyunwoo today from Dongseonggo. They took the test last week. 엄청 고생 많았겠죠. It's a tough time, but thank you so much for joining us today, guys. 오늘 와주셔서 감사합니다.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Goodbye and good luck.
Yeah, good luck with the future. Lindsay, before we finish, should we listen to a song?
Well, listen, these guys are finally free. So why don't we listen to a day 6 track? It's free 하게.
Alright.
day 6 with free hage. The students that we were just joined by in the studio, Daeyoung and Hyunwoo, they are free hage. We are almost going to be free hage as well, Lindsay, because it's almost the weekend.
Can you believe it? But
밖에 안 남았잖아요.
I feel like I got a dose of young energy from being with high school
Sure.
students, but definitely, Dave,
Invigorating.
I do feel like I've been very lucky to never have to take 수능.
그러게요. Yeah, it's a different world, one that we had a real great opportunity today to kind of take a peek behind the curtain, Lindsay, hear about what it's really like, hear some of the tips. And I think that the two students that joined us today, they've got a very bright future ahead of them.
Definitely, definitely. So good luck to all of the what do we say 고3 or do we say like 예비 대학생?
Oh, good question. Yeah, I guess at this point 예비 대학생 seems right, hey?
맞아요. Good luck to all of them out there with their university applications and interviews.
Absolutely. Before we finish up today's show today, we want to say a huge thank you to everybody who's taken the time to get involved today. Not only did we get so many comments on our live stream on NotTube, we also got a bunch of texts as well. I think we tried our best to read everything during the show. So yeah, a big thank you to you guys. And of course, lots of people sent in the answer to the quiz question too, Lindsay.
That's right. What was our quiz question today, Dave?
It was a long time ago, but I do believe we talked about a festival taking place in Jeju with a specific fish that is really prime for eating at this time of year. And we asked our listeners, what is that fish?
That's right. The 여름 땡땡은 개도 안 먹는다. What is that 땡땡 fish? And the answer was 바로
방어.
That's right.
Thank you.
So if you sent in that answer to us, we'll be getting in touch with you with some great prizes.
맞습니다. 그런데 아쉽지만 오늘의 오매광주는 여기서 마무리하겠습니다.
But make sure you're joining us from 12 to 2 p.m. Monday to Friday right here on Ggn. That's 98.7 FM in Gwangju and 93.7 FM in Yeosu.
And coming up next is the Music Lounge.
We hope you have a fantastic day, an amazing weekend, and we'll meet you back here at the same time on Monday.
We're going to finish up with this track by Dua Lipa. It's Levitating. 월, 화, 수, 목, 금.
오후 12시에서 2시까지
오매광주.